Hey y'all, what's up? Okay, so I was talking, this is maybe a little bit shorter, but it's kind of to talk back on a previous project. I say project, but okay, I mentioned in the Nerf, the Fortnite HCE, that it would be like, for instance, kind of like necking this down to take elites. Well, so, ooh, mega, wow, big hand cannon. I was not looking where that went. We have Miss Grady here tonight. Now, I had mentioned that I had purchased some mega rebarrels for a different blaster, but boom. So now, of course, it is pressure fit, so like, it's not perfect, but this is the kind of thing that I would prefer it to be pressure fit rather than make this a permanent thing. But I'll say it shoots the hell out of these elite darts. I barely made it past a minute without... I try to think about how much profanity I use. Not that I think it's actually bad, because whatever, but like, apparently YouTube, y'all know what it is. Anyway. It also gives you the opportunity for, let me see if I can find some, nope, yes, no, yes, maybe. This is thrilling, isn't it? Okay, will she, won't she, she will. Short darts. Now, why was that plural? Boom! Yo! Shotgun. See that? Wow. Okay, so because that wasn't going to be a whole lot, I figured I would also talk about something that maybe not everybody has seen. So this is the FLAK, F-L-A-K. It is fancy lever action, I think carbine is what the, it's made by Captain Slug. If you're familiar with any of the Nerf aftermarket scene or 3D printing scene, Captain Slug essentially, standardized the caliber for everybody, if not, So this is one of his other projects, one of his later projects, and I commissioned one a little while back. This is the rival configuration. I have two other configurations. I have one for the Spring Thunder. If you are also, if you're familiar with the caliber, you may still be familiar with the Spring Thunder. The Spring Thunder is a 3D printed pump action shotgun, and it takes its own kind of shells, and it's really cool. It's a lot of, has like mega length, or mega shells, rival round shells. Allows you to diversify what kind of, shot you use. I also have one that takes the trilogy shells. Those are also single. Hold on, let me take one of these off. So it is a band blaster by Technicality. So that means you can adjust its power level. So it has a 12-round rival magazine in here. This is the mag release. I will admit that it's kind of a wonky one, but I actually, every time I play with this, I don't tend to be replacing magazines a whole lot. The kit comes, my particular kit, when it was given to me, it was actually gifted to me by two of my housemates, Emily and Audrey. They rule for it. Then I bought the little stock. I will admit, I do wish that this was a piece of metal U-channel, because it's a little, but I do like that other point of contact when priming, because, and then, so it's really cool system. It's really unique in the sense of, instead of how usually like mechanical, I say mechanical, but like real lever actions, the lever pushes the bolt back. This actually pushes the bolt forward. Let's try to does a little bit of both. It pulls the action back, but how it feeds is it pushes this entire front selection up here forward. This is not connected to the lever, but see how it kind of like shoop into place. It opens the chamber. Boom. There's a lifter in here, so it would pick up around, push it upwards. These little diddlies hold them in place, and then you... Now, one of my favorite things about this is that you don't have to load the magazine before. You can actually top it off. I love when you can top a blaster off mid round. Like, cool. It's cool having magazines and shit, having a loadout rules, but like, it's pretty easy. I mean, you gotta like finagle, but it's similar to loading a like an Avenger Force. What's it called? It's a pump action. It's kind of like a takedown. I have one rival round in here that Gravy, she's around here somewhere, but she loves chasing these balls around and fighting them. Hold on, maybe I can summon her. Hold on, let's try that again. Hold on. There she is. If you ever want to know where she's at, you just have to toss one of these in the house somewhere. She will actually, I have video of her unloading this, like playing with this enough to push a rival round out. It is wicked. Like, you probably won't believe me. I will see if I can tap it onto the end of this video, because I was proud. Now, I will admit that, this is 2 bands. 2 bands is not ideal. I mean, it will work for rival. It works better with the shotgun or like single, but that's why I keep the 3rd round on, or the 3rd band on hand. It came with like, I think it came with 4, just to, so boom. And then now I can't really prime this with my left hand. It's got a little flip up, little iron here. You got a pick rail back here, but I don't particularly care to put anything on it because this is just a planker for me. I mean, Natch, I would not use it in competition or, you know, a competitive environment, but it is very cool. I love the ability to top it off. I don't know if that was like intended, but there are multiple different front ends for it. Like I mentioned, the trilogy shell. They'll do one also for the sledge fire shells, but those are a little less common now, of course. I love the hunting rifle style feel. The, let's see, trilogy shells, the spring thunder shells. There are these actually used to stick out, like it used to be angled as such. But, you know, the inline lifter system was something that he was developing, and I'm really happy that it came through. And then they have like a short dart version. The magazine just sits straight down. I like the inline because, at least for a magazine system, because since everything kind of shifts forward, it's kind of funny that when the stick magazine, like the short dart mag, just kind of like whoop, 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 whoop. And, you know, it's a little silly, but when it's inline like this, you hardly notice it. Jeez, this thing, I will admit that of most of his projects, this has the least amount of metal in it, I think. Not counting the hammer, or the hyper, rather. Different project, of course, but another band blaster. But the metals, the barrel's metal, the U-channel on the side here that holds it together is metal. The screws are. But there's a lot of stuff in here that I would love to be reinforced. I found the instructions online to build it, but it came in a parts kit. It's a very fun little project, but it was difficult because I don't really know how to tie knots very well. I was never a scout. Miss Tulip is here. She's like, let me out. It's loud. I will in a moment. But it's a fun little plinker. If I would not, I also have it in the objectively best colors. Oops. I have a handful of these. They are my, hold on. Damn, Tulip. Come on, baby. Come here. Get along, little doggy. Give me that. Hi, baby. I don't mind her playing with them, but if I have a new round, or she has a new round in her mouth, I try to confiscate that one. Like, let her, she can still play with them, but play with messed up ones, please. Anyway, I can Annie Oakley with this one a little bit better. It's a little more thematic in it, since it's a lever action. Jesus, that one's loud. Because I did add the third band in there. I would like to get a short dart configuration for it, because I think that would be pretty slick. I just like to do test, like, just like little casual shooting here and there with this. I'll do another video in the future of the other arrangements. I do have to completely take this off and then put the other one back on, which is why I'm not doing it now. But I figured I would show off something that you couldn't buy on the shelf. I actually don't know if these are available for sale anymore, because Captain Slug used to operate entirely through Etsy, but recently moved overseas, because he was in Virginia before, but now he's in like Korea, I guess. Not to dox him, I guess, but you know, it's a little tougher to get a hold of slug blasters, but I've been happy with every single one. Admittedly, the Caliburn is the tried and true one, in that it's the most tested, it's the most improved on, and like also he sells the rights to other people to print them if they want to sell them. But you could look online and print these yourself, which is probably how you would have to get this now. But I don't have a 3D printer. I'm a little too airheaded for that, so I buy mine. Also, I don't want to. I have considered, because I've had to repair my my spamp multiple times now. This little bit, you may notice, is mostly super glue. Actually, at one point had it. It's tough to just super glue two things together like that. So I put a straw, like a fast food straw, and like super glue all through that, and then it helped. But I had to remove it because it was no longer working. So I'm gonna try to have that in a future video. It's very delicate, but that's the FLAK. You can't buy this one. This one's mine. Be a cold day in hell when I sell it, but I wanted to show it off. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. You actually did it. She been fiddling in that magazine port, and she actually got one out. Holy shit.